Good morning, children. Welcome to the English class. So, I hope you have gone through the story of Hima Das. So, let's see the exercises from this chapter. The first set of questions, write T for true and F for false for these sentences. So, if you haven't gone through the story, please go through the story once again and come to these exercises. So, the first question is, Hima Das won the bronze medal at the IAAF Under 20 World Athletic Championships in Singapore. Is that true or false? It is false. Why? Hima Das won the gold medal at the IAAF Under 20 World Athletic Championships in not Singapore, in Finland. So the sentence given here is false. We have to write F there. Now the next question is, Hima is the eldest of 4 siblings. So it is given in the textbook that Hima Das, born to Ranjit and Jonali Das, is the eldest of 4 siblings. So yes, the sentence given here is true. So you can write T there to indicate true. The third question is, Shamsul Haq encouraged her to play on a national level. In the story, it is mentioned that in 2012, a physical education trainer, Shamsul Haq, noticed her talent and encouraged her to enter the field of athletics on a national level. So, yes, the sentence given here is true. So, let's write T there. Now, the next question. Hima is lovingly called the Guwahati Express. And in the story, it's there. Hima is lovingly nicknamed the Ding Express by her fans in Assam. So, is the sentence given here true? No, it is false. So, let's write F there. Now, the last question. Monjai in Assamese means I am happy. Let's look into the story once again. When not on the tracks, Hima is just another teenager who wears sunglasses, jeans and loves to use her favorite saying, Monjai, which in Assamese means I feel like. So, is the sentence given here true or false? It is false. Monjai in Assamese means I feel like and not I'm happy. So, let's write F here. Sentence here is false. So, let's write F there. Now, the next set of questions. Answer these questions. When and where did Hima Das create history for India? So, we know in the story it is given on 13 July 2018, Hima Das, an 18-year-old sprinter from Assam, created history for India by winning a gold at the IAAF World Under 20 Athletic Championships in Finland. So, how did she create history and when and where did she create history? Hima Das created history for India by winning a gold at the IAAF World Under 20 Athletic Championships in Finland. Now the next question. What would Hima Das do when the boys wouldn't let her play football? So, in the story, it is said she studied in Dig Public High School and was fond of playing football. However, the boys would never include her in the game. Hima would wait near the field and when the ball came in her direction, she would kick it hard and run away with the boys chasing her for interrupting their game. So, from these sentences, let's write the answer for this question. How would you answer it? When the boys would not or wouldn't let her play football, Hima Das would wait near the field. When the ball came in her direction, she would kick it hard and run away with the boys chasing her for interrupting their game. Hope this is clear to you. Now let's move on to the third question. Who trained Hima Das in the Senior India camp? So in page number 16, you can read, in November 2017, Hima was selected to train in the Senior India camp under the Russian Olympic bronze medal winner Galina Bukarina. So, how do you answer this question given here? Who trained Hima Das in the Senior India camp? The Russian Olympic bronze medal winner Galina Bukarina trained Hima thus in the senior India camp. Now the fourth question. What advice did Hima's father give her? So in page number 16, you can read, her father's advice to her has been to not let fame come between her hard work and her performance. So how do you answer this question? Hima's father gave her the advice that she should not let fame come between her hard work and her performance. Children, you have to learn to write according to the question. What advice did Hima's father give her? Did give her. So how do you write this? Hima's father gave. Did give becomes gave her the advice that she should not let fame come between her hard work and her performance. Now the next question, what does Hima's current coach acknowledge? So in page number 16, you can read, Galina, her current coach, acknowledges that Hima's story will inspire many young Indians to come up and fill in the gap of young athletes who will make the country proud. So how do you answer this question? What does Hima's current coach acknowledge? Does Hima's current coach acknowledge? Does acknowledge is the verb here. So you have to use the verb acknowledges. Does acknowledge becomes changed to acknowledges. So let's answer this question here. Hima's current coach Galina acknowledges that Hima's story will inspire many young Indians to come up, do well in sports and make the country proud. Clear? Now, let's look at the next set of questions. Vocabulary. Match the terms given in column A with their meanings in column B. So you can see some words related to sports here and some words are given here and the meanings are given in column B here. You have to match column A with column B with respective meanings. So let's see what is the meaning of each of these words. The first one, baton. What does that mean? Have you seen relays? Have you seen this stick here? So this stick that a runner in a relay race gives to the next runner. That stick here is called baton. Crossbar. What do you mean by crossbar? You see this high jumper here and here is a pole vaulter. One who does high jump is a high jumper. One who does pole vault is a pole vaulter. So this bar here that they have to cross over and clear. It should not fall down if their body touches it. That bar here is called the crossbar. Hurdle. You see an obstruction here, a block. These runners have to jump over it. It should not fall down. They have to clear this obstacle. So that obstacle in a race which runners must clear while running. That's called a hurdle. These are hurdles. Now, pole vault. Pole vault is a field event where an athlete uses a long flexible pole like this one here to jump over a crossbar. So this athlete uses a long flexible pole here to jump over this crossbar here. So that sport event, it's a field event, it's called pole vault. So this javelin throw is a sporting event where a spear-like long stick is thrown at a distance and it is a field event. Now let's match column A and column B. We have seen the meaning of each of these words. So the first one, baton, it's a stick that a runner in a relay race gives to the next runner. And crossbar, crossbar is the bar which a high jumper and a pole vaulter must cross over and clear. The third one, hurdle, it's an obstacle in a race which runners must clear while running. Pole vault, an athletic event in which a person uses a long flexible pole to jump over a bar. Now javelin. Javelin is a sporting event where a spear-like long stick is thrown at a distance. Hope these are clear to you. Now let's move on to the next set of questions. Grammar. before doing this exercise, let's revise some grammar lessons we have learned earlier. You have learned about modal verbs in your English reader. So, what are modal verbs? Look at the sentences here. Arunima must not give up. See the word must here? She will have to struggle. The word will here, the words given in red here. These words will not change their form even if the subject is changed from first person to second person or third person. So, these words like must and will are called modal verbs. These are helping verbs and they do not change forms like in the case of have, has, do, does and such words. So let's see in which all cases modal verbs are used. The first case, we use the word can, which is a modal verb. We use the modal verb can to discuss capability. The example here, many athletes can run a 100-meter race in less than 10 seconds. So in this sentence, it shows the capability of athletes. So you have to use the word, the modal verb can here to indicate the capability. Now let's see the next case. We use could to indicate possibility. Here the modal verb is the word could and the word could is used to indicate a possibility. Look at the example here. She could have helped me if she wanted to. There was a possibility that she could help me. So to indicate that possibility, use the modal verb could here. She could have helped me if she wanted to. Now let's see the next case. We use may to either ask a question or to talk about things that could be true. So, may I go? May I leave? So, you use may to ask a question or when you talk about things that could be true. My cat may be hungry. She may have the pen. He may have gone. So, that is something that could be true. So, in that case, you use the word or the modal verb may. Now, we use might to indicate possibility or chance. So, might is another word that we use or another modal verb that we use to indicate a possibility. He might help you with your science project. There is a possibility that he will help you. So, you say he might help you with your science project. We use must for things that we need to do. To indicate things that we should definitely do, we use the modal verb must. I must revise my lessons. I must learn for the exams. I must go to the school. I must revise my lessons. Now, the next case. We use will when we indicate that we are going to do something. I will go shopping today. Something is going to happen. So, to indicate such cases, you use the modal verb will. I will go shopping today. I will go to the park today. We use would for something that was possible in the right conditions. I would have helped you if I had the time. So, there was a possibility if the conditions, if the situation was fine, I would have helped you. Or if I had the time, I would have helped you. That is a possibility. So, to indicate a possible condition in the right time, we use the modal verb would. We use shall to indicate assertiveness. I shall go to play even though it's hot outside. I know it's hot outside, still I'll go outside and play. So, to indicate that assertiveness, you use the modal verb I shall go to play even though it's hot outside. Now, we use should when we want to indicate what is appropriate. She should say sorry for coming late, shouldn't she? So, when you talk about an action which is appropriate, like when you are late, you should say sorry, right? So, to indicate an appropriate action, you use the modal verb should. She should say sorry for coming late, shouldn't she? He should come to the office on time. You should finish the exam in time. Now, we use will when we indicate that we are going to do something. I will go shopping today. This is another case of will to indicate something that we are going to do. I will go shopping today. The modal verb here is will. Now, let's come back to the exercises. In page number 18, we can see these questions under the heading grammar. Tick the options that suit the given situations. Making a request. So, when you make a request, which is the modal verb that you usually use may. So, which is the sentence here that indicates making a request? May I please go and fill my water bottle? So, let's tick that one. The second question is asking your friend about something. Can you do a somersault? May you do a somersault? When you are asking your friend, how would you ask? Can you do a somersault? So, let's take that one. Question number 3. Discussing your weekend plans. I may go to the planetarium. I will go to the planetarium. There are 2 sentences here. Which do you think will indicate discussing your weekend plans? Let's take the correct option. I may go to the planetarium. You are planning. It's not fixed that you are planning. It may happen. So, I may go to the planetarium. Now, question number 4. A father advising his son. You should never give up and continue to work hard. Or, you could never give up and continue to work hard. Which one do you think is an advice? You should never give up and continue to work hard. So, the father is advising his son. So, let's take the correct option. The first one, you should never give up and continue to work hard. Grandmother is talking about her childhood. There are 2 options given here. We had an orchard and would climb trees. We had an orchard and should climb trees. So, we had an orchard and we used to climb the trees there. So, instead of the word used to, you can use the modal verb would. So, grandmother talking about her childhood. Which one do you think is the correct option here? We had an orchard and would climb trees. Considering options. We could do our Hindi homework or we should do our Hindi homework. You are considering the options or the choices. We could do or we should do. Which one do you think? We could do our Hindi homework. So, the correct option here is the first one. Now, let's see the next set of questions. Complete the sentences with the correct modals. And you are given options must, should, may, will, can and might. The first question here is you dash go to the market with father after you have finished your homework. So, which one do you think is the correct modal verb here? You may go to the market with father after you have finished your homework. The next question, you dash get some rest. You have been working for hours. So, something is being asserted. Which one do you think is the correct option here? You should get some rest. You have been working for hours. The third one, the teacher said we dash read this story before tomorrow's class. It's something that you should definitely do, right? So, to indicate that, which is a modal verb that you use the verb must. So, how do you write the sentence? The teacher said we must read this story before tomorrow's class. You dash throw the ball well, but you need to practice more. So, here something is indicated which could be true, right? So, what do you use there? You can throw the ball well, but You need to practice more. So let's write can here. Next question is, take an umbrella. It dash rain later. So here there is one possibility being indicated. So what do you think is the correct word there? It might rain later. Take an umbrella. It might rain later. The last question is, dash you drop me to the theatre on your way to Seema's house. So a question is being asked. Which one do you think is the correct option here? Will you drop me to the theatre on your way to Seema's house? Hope these are clear to you.